Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Chris Stross here, and today we got another new deck for you guys. So we're gonna have a couple decks, a couple videos that's coming right up, the back to back to back. So I do apologize about that. But for today's video, we're gonna be bringing you one of my favorite decks to play. It's not the most competitive, but I was able to get to master with it last season, and I had a blast with it. And I'll show you off, and I'll show you guys a couple games. I hope you all enjoy. Let's get right though into the deck list. And for our deck list today, it is going to be Generator, but more importantly, Runick Generator. Runick Generator is a really cool deck. Basically, you're just using the Runick cards as like 14 instant fusions, and that's about it, to be honest with you. And then you have the cool Runick plays like normal. The gameplay footage that you guys will see will not have IP Masquerade and SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight wasn't out yet last season. It just came out like yesterday, 2 days ago, maybe 2 days ago. Time this video goes live. So just so you know, SP Little Knight's in the game. It's a fucking great card. You definitely want it. If you don't have it already, just craft it. It's gonna be a staple in almost every deck. So just an FYI on that. But with all my rambling out of the way, let's get into the card by card. First off, we got 3 Max C. You know the game. This card's used in 99.9% of all decks out there. So yeah, use Max C until it gets banned. Might as well just keep abusing it. We are using 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. This is a cut card. This card is not that great right now, especially against like Snake Eye. Snake Eye could really abuse it because they could go into like Fire Charmer. Then still you own Ash Blossom and just continue comboing off. So it's not really that good. I will recommend like maybe using Draw and Lockbird. Sorry, let me turn off my phone for that. That's completely my fault. I would recommend going like Draw and Lockbird instead. It might be a little better. But it's up to you. If you want to keep using Ash Blossom, use Ash Blossom. But yeah, just an FYI. Other than that, our other hand traps are 2 Called by the Grave. You gotta stop your opponent's Max C. That's the name of the game. Then we got 1 Cross Out Designator. Cross Out Designator, yet again, it's to stop your opponent's Max C. That's really about it. We have, a lot of cards for that. You could cut this if you really wanted to, but I enjoy it, and it's come up a couple times. So, now, for our generators, we are running 3 Liptur, Shadow of the Generator. I mispronounced that completely. I understand that, but this card's amazing. You can only control 1 of it. All Generate monsters you control gain 1,000 attack and defense during your opponent's turn. During your main phase, quick effect. During the main phase, quick effect, you contribute 1 Generate monster and special summon 1 level 9 Generator from a different name from your deck. Now you can contribute tokens, by the way, Generator tokens to get that effect. So it's a really good card. You definitely want to run 3 of it and have a way to get it out consistently. It's really good. We are only wanting run 1 Mardale. Mardale isn't the best, but it allows us to get to our boss stage. So when this card is no more special summon, you can add 1 generator card or plant monster from your deck to your hands, and we're running only 1 because we only want it for boss stage, and that's it. Then for our other generators, we want generators just to have names, so you could run any mix of them, but I am running 1 Nidhogg. Basically, what this card does is when your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you contribute 1 generator monster and negate the summon. We are running 1 Hela. Quick effect, you contribute 1 generator monster, then target 1 generator monster in your graveyard with a different name and special summon that. We are running 1 Boss of Delusion. You contribute 2 generator monsters and target 1 card on the field and banish it. We're running 2 Har. This card is amazing. This is usually what you want to end on. It was like a Har on your field because what it does is once per turn, of your opponent adds a card from their deck to the hand, except during the draw phase. Quick effect, you can make your opponent send 1 monster from the hand or field to the graveyard. Then it has a second effect. When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you contribute 2 generator monsters on the field, then negate the activation. So it has an Omni negate and a really cool destruction effect. So really good, worth it. Then probably the second best monster in the deck, Vala. Vala is amazing. So basically what it does, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send 1 other generator card from your hand to the graveyard, then you can special summon this card. If this card is special summon, you can special summon 1 generator monster from your hand and or graveyard. So it's a free special summon, then it allows you to special summon out another generator, which allows you to go into your extra deck. Yeah, it's really good. We are running 2 boss stages. I know some people would be mad at this because they want 3. I'm only running 2. I found out 3 was kind of not necessary. But if you want to run 3, you can. What this card does is probably the best build spell in the game. Once per turn, if a card is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, accepting the damage step, you can special summon 1 generator monster from your deck. If you special summon a generator monster during your opponent's turn, accepting the damage step, you can special summon as many generated tokens as possible. Now, the token part is a hard once per turn, but that special summon a generator from your deck is a soft once per turn. So if you could cheat out multiple boss stages in 1 turn, you could actually like special summon quite a bit. We are running 1 Runick Fountain. You could activate Runick quick play spells from your hand on your opponent's turn, and on top of that, you could target 3 Runick quick play spells in your graveyard, place them in any order in the bottom of your deck, then draw the same number of cards. Really good. Word Legacy Monstrosity. This card is basically just a fucking instant fusion. You can activate one of these effects. You can specify 1 level 9 monster from your hands. You don't really use that effect. The effect you're using most often is you can target 1 level 9 monster you control, and especially from your deck 2 level 9 monsters with a different type and attributes from the face-up monster. That makes it just a great E-Telly. We got 2 Runick Tip. We're running 3 Runick Flash and Fire, 1 Runick Destruction, 2 Runick Freezing Curses. We're running 2 Runick Slumber. We're running 1 Runick Smiting Storm, 1 Runick Golden Drop It. This is a cut card. I'm only running it because I got a Royal. And then we got 1 Runick Dispelling. And that's all for our main deck. For our extra deck, we got one Hugin, the Runick Rings. We're running this purely so we can get to our fountain. And then the only other Runick monster you really want to run is 2 main. This card is amazing. It's a level 9 fusion, and that's why we're running it, because it's level 9. So you can easily fusion this out, then activate Word Legacy Monstrosity, target it, then special summon 2 extra level 9s from your decks. Now you get 3 level 9s. It's amazing. We got 1 number F0, then we got 1 future F0. We are running 1 Phantom Fortress. This card does come up every now and then. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then activate one of these effects. You can banish 1 card from your opponent controls, banish 1 card random from your opponent's hand, or banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. Or you can banish the top card of your opponent's deck face up. That last one you never want to do, but the hand effect is ripping cards out of your opponent's hand is really good. So just so you know. We are running 1 Earth Slicer. I have space into it. You could cut this if you really wanted to. Most of the extra deck is kind of flexible, so if you don't want to run Earth Slicer, you don't have to. Why this card's pretty good is you can detach a number of cards from this, then target that many cards on the field and destroy it. It does target, so it does make it kind of bad. The cards are mandatory. We got 2 Eternities. This card's amazing. What it does is, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player draws 1 card. Then each player attaches 1 card from the hand or field to this card. So it actually synergizes really good with Horror, because now they're going to have draw a card, attach a card, and then Horror's effect to activate, and then now they got to send a card from the hand or field to the graveyard on top of that. So it's a really good synergy with it. We're running 1 9 Lives Cat. We're running 1 Sacred Tree Priest. Then we got 2 Leviathans. Generator Boss of the Shadows. This card is usually what you're going to end on your turn. Basically what it does is quick effect. You contribute this XZ summon monster. Special summon 1 non-fairy generator XZ monster from your extra deck. Then you can attack cards from the field or graveyard to that special summon monster up to the material. What that means is you have Leviathan on the field. It has 3 materials. You tribute it. You then summon Eternity. Then you can attach 3 cards on your opponent's field to this card. And that's that targeting. So it makes it really good. So it gets over certain boss monsters really well. Lastly, we're going to have 1 IP Masquerena. And then we got 1 SP Little Knight. There are some board states where it gets really badly simplified, where you might not be able to go into level 9s, or you might just have like a Shadow plus a level 9 monster. If that's the case, it sucks. But yet again, I've had that happen before where it's like, well, I just had a really bad board state. So I was like, instead I'm going to go into IP Masquerena then on the opponent's turn, go into SP Little Knight, and you could have some pretty good interruptions at that point, especially if you have like SP Little Knight plus a Runick Fountain. It's pretty hard for them to play through certain things. So like I said, that's the deck, guys. I do hope you all enjoy. This was a blast to play. Yeah, I like Generator quite a bit. I think this is my second Generator video that I'm going to be hosting up on YouTube. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy, and I can't wait to show you what I'll be bringing next time. But other than that, let's get into the games. Alright guys, so this first deck is against Branded, and yeah, it was kind of interesting. My opponent ends up going first, and I just had a pretty good play against it here. So I was kind of worried for a little bit. Branded was one of those decks that could really kind of mess me up. He activates a Luber, he gets Branded Fusion. I'm like, alright, this is going well. Branded Fusion right off the bat. He sends 2 cards, a Terramint and a Fall to Valbast. He goes into Searing Dragon. Searing Dragon's effect, he's going to discard 1 card. He gets rid of Ash Blossom and he activates Sharon on top of that. I'm like, yep, I'm thankful I have Nibiru. By the way, I'm going to pause real quick. This is when I was playing around some different hand traps and stuff like that. So evenly matched, I did cut. Triple Tactics, I did cut too because it wasn't, it was just kind of more of a dead draw 90% of the time. Nibiru, you can run. I did get rid of it for Crossout Detonator, but it's a really good card right now, particularly. So he goes into Aspelia for a monster negate. Then he gets rid of it for Mirror Jade. I'm like, huh, that's a weird play. He sets 2, he activates Branded Opening. At this point, he's way overextending. So I'm gonna punish him by going to Nibiru. He does activate Mirror Jade. He gets rid of Branded Dragon, and I'm like, I'm not really caring too much. He's kind of screwed. Nibiru comes down. He gets a token. Mirror Jade's going to activate in phase. It destroys my Nibiru. Now at this point, he's going to add 1 card back to his hand. Doesn't really do nothing. And on top of that, he's going to activate Brand Dragon and get a trap set down. But yet again, that doesn't really do anything. So I'm feeling pretty confident. He activates Branded Banishment. He gets a card to the field. And that's it. And this will send 1 more card. He does send Fallen Valbaz. And at this point, I'm like, well, okay, this is an auto win. I'm going to activate Evenly Matched. Gets rid of his board. He is forced to keep the token. Activate Luper Shadow. And I go into Vala to get Merdeo. Merdeo will get me my boss stage. And at this point, my opponent just concedes. So, pretty easy win there. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get into game number 2. Alright guys, for the second game here, we are playing against Unchained. The new Unchained support just came out like, what, a month ago? And I really haven't seen it that much, kind of sad. I win the coin cost, so I'm going to go first, and my hand's kind of sus, it's not that great. I'm going to activate Boss Sage first. Really my hand, I play Shadow, activate Shadow, he's going to Ash Blossom. At this point, I'm going to use my Call Blight in my hand, because I kind of need that to resolve. Yeah. So Ash Blossom is going to go bye-bye. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. I still have no idea what he's playing at the moment. So yeah, Shadow effect's going to activate. And I do get a Merdeo here. This was kind of interesting because I go for Vala. And at this point, I'm going to activate Wood Legacy Monstrosity, get Vala from my to my deck, and I get a Har to my field. Feeling pretty confident. Then I'm going to bring back Shadow. And now I'm going to XZ into Leviathan. So I'm going to end on Shadow, Leviathan. I'm feeling really confident at this point. My opponent draws. At this point, I'm going to activate Boss Stage. I get Har, so I have a lot of disruptions, and I'm going to get some tokens. So I'm feeling really confident right now. Standby phase, main phase. My opponent activates Dark Contract. So he's using the DDD package with Unchained, which is pretty popular. DDD is going to grab Vice King. At this point, I do get to activate Har since he added a card, send 1 card to the graveyard, and he sends Soul. I'm like, okay, interesting. We'll see how this plays out. He activates Vice. At this point, I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want him to get the that 1 Omnigate card from DDD. So he activates an Unchained here. I'm feeling pretty good. He activates Ahura. He did get rid of Dark Contract, and that will special summon itself. So 1 card still can't really do too much. I'm going to get a Banish on the field, and then on top of that, I'm going to banish his card. So now he has 2 cards left. He activates Tour Guide. Tour Guide's going to grab a Rhino. At this point, I'm going to activate Leviathan and go into my Eternal. I'm going to suck up both his cards. That sounds so bad. And at that point, he'll just concede. I am sorry about that. That sounds terrible. But yeah, like I said, really good deck. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And I'll catch you all next time.